welcome to I'm Mad as Hell with Lloyd Brock and Greg Simpson. Now, if you want to share your anger, this is the station, KCAA, every Saturday. If you're mad as hell at the government, politicians, IRS, your bank, a car dealer, or the court system, let us know. You may want to be one of our in-studio guests, or just call in and vent that anger. 1-888-909-1050 or 909-888-5222 locally. We may not be able to resolve your individual problems, but we will give you a forum to share your anger with our listeners. Now, here's Lloyd and Greg.
Yeah, we're not gonna take it
Anymore?
No.
Are you mad about something today?
Yeah, every time I look
Every
at the newspaper,
Saturday.
look at the news.
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
everything else. Oh, today's guest is Brent Baker.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
He's our drone pilot.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, we're going to talk about drones in a little bit, but right now,
Right now.
I'm going to talk about what I'm mad as hell about.
Okay, and I'll follow with something I'm mad as hell about.
Well, I'm mad as hell about the Boy Scouts again. Dropping the boy out of Boy Scouts.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
going to be
pathetic.
Scouts USA. Well, got news for the Boy Scouts. They're going to lose about 500,000 members.
Oh,
Yeah, the Mormon Church is going to drop. It's to end their ties with Boy Scouts.
Well,
And that's
that'll end
about
Boy Scouts.
500,000.
that'll end
That's
Boy
going to
Scouts.
cost you.
Oh, yeah, it's going to
I
cost
mean,
you.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's for sure.
What was wrong with it? I mean, there was nothing wrong with having
I was a
Boy
Boy
Scouts
Scout.
and Girl Scouts.
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout.
Me too.
Why don't you just combine the two if you're going to do something? Boy and girls.
Well, that's eventually what they're going to do,
Well,
I'm
sure.
sure.
As soon
Boy
as they
slash
sell all
girl.
the old cookies.
Girl Scouts is still Girl Scouts, but they probably, as soon as they sell all the cookies in their warehouse, it's going to be.
I was just saying, I wonder if Boy Scout cookies taste as good.
Well, it's not going to be Boy Scouts anymore.
Yeah.
It's going to be Scouts.
Scouts, yeah.
Scout cookies.
Don't you
Scout
change your
cookies.
formula.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
We love them the way they are.
oh yeah,
We
but it
do.
costs
We're
costs
gonna
a
have to
bloody
have-
fortune.
Neutral General Scouts cookies.
How much?
That's
Yeah,
how
there
much
you
money
go.
sold and promoted.
Yeah,
How
that's
many
certainly
millions of
politically
dollars
correct.
do they
Well,
make
a
with
billion,
these?
but-
They make millions
Yeah,
and
sure
millions
they
of
do.
dollars from
And if
this.
you become politically correct, like Brent said, it's going to really sell them, right?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to eat those.
Gender.
I want
what'd you say?
gender neutral Scout cookies.
Yeah, you almost
I can't wait to buy a box of those, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Anyway, I don't know. It's going to go down to where you won't even have a scout organization.
No, you're not.
The Mormons are going to form their own scout organization.
Yeah, and that'll draw a lot of the real scouts over to them, and it'll
Yeah.
become some type of Mormon organization more than
Well, I mean that's the way. I don't know what it's all coming to.
yeah.
But what are you mad as hell about?
Well, I'm
Me?
mad at. Go ahead. Are you going to do it?
I'm mad as hell at drone haters. Is normally what I'm usually mad as hell about.
Drone
all
haters.
the
We'll
time.
let you elaborate in a minute.
I will. I'm going to
Well,
elaborate quite a bit on that.
Okay. Right now, I'm mad as hell, and I'm going to talk.
Okay. I can't wait to hear this.
Well, what should we go with? I think I'll go with Twitter. People are out there scamming good people all
Yeah.
over the
scams.
all over the page. And right now, I've got two of the scammers going on. I'm just playing along with them, and they think they're getting over on me. I'm sure because I'm.
How are they scamming you on
Okay,
Twitter?
one of them, on Twitter, they send a message that's something real easy like hi, or some generic
Message,
catch
yeah.
you
Yeah.
to write back, and you usually say hello or whatever. Then the one guy, he starts playing like he's an MR after he tells me that his wife cheated on him and left him, and he has 2 kids, and he goes on and on. Then he comes about. He must have texted me 75 times one day, just little one-word stuff that made no sense. And that's what he's trying to do, act like he has no common sense.
Well, as long as you respond to these
it's-
idiots.
Yeah, as long as that's exactly what I'm trying
gonna
to
get
tell
a
the Twitter
response.
people. I'm playing it for you guys, so you don't have to do it. Just
Okay.
cut it off. Because then he comes on. He had somebody fall on his deck, and now he's asking if I could help him.
Financially?
I said, if you have workman's comp, then file a claim, and have your employee file a claim. And if you can't do it, have one of your kids help you fill out the papers.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I went, and he hadn't written me in a couple of days. So then there's a gal Sweetie Pie, and she has a beautiful picture on there, and she just barely come on the deal, and she's writing me that she's sad. She likes to make everybody happy first off, and then she says she's sad, broke. Her boyfriend threw her out. The only friend she has is a neighbor who gives her a crust of bread once in a while. So she can't eat, and she doesn't have any groceries. So she just wanted to know if I could send her a little bit for groceries. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Well, how's she going to receive that?
I don't know. I haven't went that far. I'm not going to.
We usually do Western
I'm
Union.
not going to take the bait. I know what a good anchovy flowing around. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just playing with this, and it is making me mad because Twitter is a pretty good program, but it's going to lose.
Oh, don't fall victim, please, ladies and
just
gentlemen.
don't fall victim to these people that are. It sounds too good to be true. It is.
But another scam Brett was telling us about is from the Apple Store. Tell us about that
Tell
one.
us about that.
Yeah,
Brett.
okay. So a good friend of mine went to go buy a brand new Apple computer for a buddy of his to help out a friend. And if you out there, about Mac computers, once they're registered to the iCloud, they're really impossible to steal. Usually people don't steal Macs or tablet or iPads because they know the second it gets a Wi-Fi connection, you're caught. Well, if it's not registered yet, then you can nab it. And so my friend, he goes and he, very good business partner of mine, gets me a lot of work. And he goes in, spends $2,200 on a MacBook for a buddy of his, brings it out, and he has to go get something at another place, goes to another plaza, another parking lot, hides this brand new Mac under his seat, goes in, gets what he needs, he comes out, his window is smashed, the Mac is gone. Nothing else in the car is touched. I think that's pretty obvious of a stalking type situation.
Sounds like
and
it.
apparently that's what that's the latest thing now is, hey, okay, if all these Apple computers, you can't take them, but you can take them before they're registered. So you follow somebody out of the store. Terrible thing to even be teaching somebody to do. And I'm really sorry, Adrian, that this happened to you. But now he's out the money for a friend. For a brand new, Apples, they're not cheap. $2,200, and now $600 to repair his window. The day cost him like $2,800 to get nothing done. All he wanted to do is help somebody out, and be a nice guy.
Now, if Apple would register them on premises,
right,
when you buy it, that wouldn't happen.
It seems that
Save a lot of grief.
So I think that would be a good suggestion for you Apple people.
I'll tell you what, when I go buy one, that's the first thing we're going to do. But we're going to take it out of the box. We're going to register it to my iCloud now. Now I'm going to take it home.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lock my door behind me when I get in case I'm going to look for people. That's the thing. Stalk people at the Apple Store. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Well, you got so many crooks out there. They'll do anything.
Everywhere. Just everywhere that you go, and you just
Scam
got to be aware. You just don't give your money away unless you know where it's going.
This is how you get ahead in life, huh?
Good luck. They're not always politicians, but sometimes they are.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
We got one that runs this state of California. I think his name is Brown.
Something like that. Yeah, he's been there
before. What an idiot.
Well, you're going to get rid of him, I hear.
Well, yeah, but we don't.
Year.
The replacement's not going to be much better if it's.
Never has been. Since his dad was.
Well, this Newsom character is a rubber stamp of Governor Brown.
Oh, well,
yeah. He's just a rubber stamp, but I'll tell you, we've got a big problem, and I'll cover that in a minute. But it's just politics as usual. We got 27 people running for governor.
My goodness, how can you ferret out the real one?
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
The only logical one is to get away from this liberal leaning and go with Cox.
Yeah.
That's who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah, I think he's a good.
Well, you're from Arizona. You can't vote
I
for
can't
him.
vote anymore in California. Thank God. I'm really happy about that.
He's Arizona.
Yeah, that's okay.
I went to Arizona.
You going to vote for Arpaio for a senator?
What?
You going to vote for Arpaio for senator?
Yeah, I'm going to vote for Arpaio.
Is that guy still alive?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
He's really that. That man is in his 90s, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
almost.
He's an old geezer.
No, I got
now.
a gal that's there that's more my style anyway. I'm going to vote for her, and she's going to do a rearrangement on the health care in Arizona.
What about Tent City?
What?
What about Tent City?
Yeah, that's gone, I think.
Oh, really?
I think it's
interesting.
gone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No pink underwear?
No pink underwear that I know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let them all out, and they're working
Sell
the
those
streets
at
of
auction.
Ehrenberg where I live.
Yeah, they're working the streets all right.
Yeah, they're the handyman, the Ehrenberg handyman.
Oh, they're
right
pretty
now.
handy, I can tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, they are.
Ehrenberg, Arizona handyman, huh?
Yeah, or just straight out of Tent City, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of them were still wearing pink.
Okay, we got a break for a commercial, but we'll be right back.
We're not gonna take it. Hell, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
We all know that solar energy saves you money, but which company really has your best interest in mind? Some people buy solar and find out later the system installed ended up being undersized in the number of panels, or there are some other issues with the installation. Do you have solar questions? Then call Solar Energy Solutions, UKIPA, 909-570-1197. Solar Energy Solutions gives you all the information you need to make a comfortable decision about your very important solar power purchase without pressuring you. For the best quality solar panels and the best installation, call Solar Energy Solutions now for your honest answers. They do care. Solar Energy Solutions, 909-570-1197. They're straight shooters serving the entire Inland Empire. Solar Energy Solutions, 909-570-1197.
Thanks for waiting. Lloyd and Greg are back.
Say, we should have mentioned that Solar Energy Solutions also covers Southern California and possibly Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
They go all the way to Blythe.
Yeah, Blythe, there's a lot of people out there listening, I hope, right now, and they know about it.
well-
call in with your gripes.
Well,
or
I'll tell you, I
complaints.
got a good deal with them, and I lease it. No
Yes.
money down. They put up 19 panels. My bill was cut drastically. I was usually paying $300 and something a month. I've got a flat $107 a month now.
Oh, wow.
And that's, I'm very happy with that. Plus, they'll give you a bonus if you call over there and you sign up with them.
Yeah.
They'll give you $500 in cash, no money down,
As a
and at
bonus,
least
right?
save you 50% of your energy costs. And I mean, you can't beat that, especially over there in Blythe. where
Right,
the
and those
energy is
that ask
through
me
the
in
ceiling.
Blythe, I have a link that you go to, and you can contact the man directly and get started.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
it's-
get tax breaks too, right?
well, if you buy it.
Oh, it's okay.
Only if you buy it.
Only
but
if
then
you buy it. Upon
he
installation.
told us, he was on last week, and he was saying that, it's not always good for people who are not going to stay or they don't need the tax write-off.
Right.
If you don't need the tax write-off, why do
Then,
it?
then it's a good
Well,
way to go.
cutting your bills in half, there's nothing wrong with that ever.
Yeah, it's
never-
just he'll
never find
explain
anything wrong with
everything
that.
for you, whether it's better to buy or to lease. And for me, I said, hey, I'm going to lease it. Then they can handle everything that goes wrong with it. And if we get new technology, that'll go on there too. Then I don't have to worry about my old panels being replaced at the end if I buy them, because they're changing all the time. So, and then now Southern California Edison is going. Everybody's going up on their bills.
Yeah.
And I just got a notice the other day that Southern California Edison was going to increase it during certain peak hours. At any rate,
We're on
mad
TV,
as hell.
guys.
You were,
we
you
are
were-
on TV.
yeah.
You can link us now on TV if you have Wi-Fi and you have a
Oh,
TV.
yeah,
You can link us up and watch us.
We wanted to tell people to call in if they have any,
Yeah, I've
if they're
got
mad as
pictures
hell
of it.
about something.
We're on TV.
Our local,
Thank you for the heads up.
yeah, and our local number here. If you want to call in and you're mad as hell about something, or want to comment on anything that we've said, it's 909-792-5222.
You're gonna have to give them the other one.
Long distance.
I can't see it.
Yeah, if you're long distance out of the area,
Yeah.
you can go to 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050 if you're outside the area. Toll-free call. And give us your thoughts. If you're mad as hell about
Yeah.
something, and if you don't like what we say,
Yeah.
you can blast us too.
Yes.
Sure.
Abs-
If you don't like drones, you ask me any question, I can answer it.
Well, what were you mad as hell about? You said about the drone thing.
Yeah, let's hear about the
You
drone.
know, it's just so funny how a lot of times the first thing I hear from people is, "Oh, so you like spying on people? Or you gonna take people's ID?"
yeah.
And I can tell you guys from experience, it's amazing how such a device got such a rap on something that the many uses of it, but the one thing it's completely stupidly useless at is the one thing people are afraid of.
What, porn movies? They're not shooting any porn movies.
What?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are?
Yes, they are. Absolutely. They are shooting that stuff. Drone boning, it's called. And you can look this up on YouTube. Type it in, drone boning. I kid you not. And I'll tell you what, it is actually very well and tastefully done. It's actually very good. You will enjoy this video. And it's old. It's probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 years old now. This was shot a long time ago.
They
Been on
didn't, they
YouTube a
didn't
long
approach
time.
you to do any of that?
Not yet.
Today's your day.
Oh, we're
Aerial
broadcasting live.
photography
Really?
by,
Oh.
by Brent Baker. And if you'd like to get a hold of Brent, his number is 909-703-0225.
Yeah.
That's me.
And you can go to his website too, I guess.
Uh-huh.
The
It's Facebook. Just go to
Facebook.
Facebook / should be on the other side of that, the card there. Go to Facebook / the drone and the number 1. So THEDRONE and the number 1. So Facebook.com / the drone 1, and I'm on there. I'm also, my company Brent Tech LLC is also on Facebook. That's what I use for my website. On YouTube, just type in my name, Brent Baker. I'll be one of the top 3. You can see all my videos and all my demonstrations, and everything is there.
Now, what are you mad as hell about it for drone?
So-
I'd say FAA has come up with some new regulations, or wants some new regulations. Just the other day, it was in the news. They said we have to have them because there's too many drones that are going onto federal property, onto Department of Defense property, air bases, secret areas that they shouldn't be in.
Yeah.
And they're going to take these drones down.
Oh, yeah.
But they,
Oh, they
want
will.
new FAA regulations. I thought it was already on the books.
Yes. Well, the Part 107 came out in 2016, so it's going to be almost 2 years old. And the regulations there for commercial drone operation are awesome compared to the way they were before. As far as regulating people that are able to fly in these bases, one thing is the newer drones won't even start. The motors won't even start in these areas. So they're flying older drones. They may still have the satellite technology, but it may not have all the technology to know where all the airspace is, like a lot of the newer drones do. And if they're doing this, they're not going to get away with it for long. And yes, they can take the drone down very easily. They have electromagnetic guns that will shoot a beam of electromagnetism. Will stop the drones right in its track. Normally, they are set up.
And they're going to lose that drone, right? It's going to be on government property.
Typically, what happens at that point is they bring the drone down, they pick it up. If it's registered, they can find the owner. They'll get a hold of the owner. And the first time, it's a little, hey, don't do that anymore. But if you keep it up, they're going to put you in prison. If they can't find the owner, well, then no, they're going to keep the drone. You're out of your drone, and that's the way it goes. If you're going to be stupid, I mean, we all know nowadays that you're not supposed to be flying around airports. You're not supposed to be interrupting manned aircraft. You're not supposed to be flying around military bases, especially towered. You have to be 5 miles away. So if you're within that, first of all, you're flying in controlled airspace. Okay, so you're breaking federal U.S. law that way. So it's not just the local cops. Local cops will arrest you. The feds are going to come in, and that's where you're going to really feel where you messed up. So there are rules in place. We can't always stop people from breaking them. The newer drones can, but some of these older ones that still have technology on them, but not enough to know exactly where all the restricted airspace is, they can fly in there. And they will. And if you're dumb enough to do it, then you're dumb enough to receive what you're about to get.
And lose your expensive drone.
And lose your
And I mean-
expensive drone, and who knows what other fines and stuff. Jail time, if it's federal airspace. There could be, definitely some jail time, of
So
course.
in addition to you take real estate videos, you make real estate videos, you do work on films.
Yep.
And as I say, it's a lot more, less expensive for a film, if I'm producing a film, to have you come out than hire a helicopter to do the same thing, because you can do it
Absolutely.
How much you charge per hour?
It depends on the situation. I normally get about 150 to 200 an hour for films, and real estate videos range anywhere from $500 up to $2,500, just depending on the luxury size, the size of the home, the property, the area, how much filming's got to be done. So it's a good range.
Yeah, if I've got a $300,000 home, I'm not gonna have a drone pilot come out.
No, 300,000. You're gonna maybe a little bit of photography, and it's on the MLS. But luxury homes now are being sold by video, and they're making videos inside and out, or I am anyways, and it seems to be a niche market. So now, in addition to the films and the videos that I've been doing in the past and commercials, I am now doing real estate videos for agents, and that's starting to take off like crazy. And yeah, homes that are 800,000 plus, they're making videos of them now.
Yeah, yeah.
to
I
sell.
could imagine it would enhance the marketability of that house. So
Yes,
it's
it does.
anything that can help.
And if you're a good videographer, you really can make that house pop and look beautiful. And make the and they want to see the neighborhood. That's why they want the drone shots. They want to see and visualize the neighborhood before they even arrive and look at the home.
And the
So
owner
that-
gets a copy of that too, so they can have it
Oh
forever,
yeah,
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
they have it forever. Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty neat.
And yeah, millionaires nowadays, they shop online and they take a look at the videos of all these beautiful homes, and they pick the 3 or 4 they want to come and see, and then they go look at those and
And they
make a
go look
decision.
Yeah.
It's easier and quicker that way, and that's just how it's done. It's worth the agent
Well,
to have the video. 'cause
Yeah,
the
it's a
home
lot
sells
better
faster.
than the agent taking pictures of the inside himself.
Sure.
Well, you need a
'Cause,
professional.
I mean,
yeah.
I'd rather see it from up above. I can see
Mm-hmm.
the entire yard. I can see what it's made out. And
Correct.
I saw one of those videos where they went inside of this 2-story.
Yeah.
Beautiful. They could see all the artwork up the staircase all the way along. And the drone was taking all these pictures. They said,
Yeah.
hey, you got to be very careful. That chandelier probably costs about $5,000. So
Or
you got to
more.
watch.
Or more. Who knows?
You got to be careful.
But yeah.
Of course, you've got insurance. So.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I do. I have all the insurance on all my cameras and drones and everything that I do. Absolutely. Even the drone itself is covered.
Is there
So-
big business in ambulance chasing with drones, chasing for accidents and sensational?
You know,
stuff?
Well, they are coming out with a drone rescue type kit. In other words, a first aid kit arrives by drone. I know they've been experimenting with that still in Canada, and they've been delivering medical supplies. But I haven't seen otherwise here in America. I haven't seen a whole lot of that and chasing ambulance. No,
Well,
I know
they-
cops are starting to use them to catch speeders.
well,
They're
in
having
LA,
some success.
LA
They're
they've got
interfering with
these.
some of the rescues, though. I'm not going to say what agency, but they have interfered with some of the helicopters that come into
Oh, yeah, yeah,
rescues
yeah.
and stuff.
No,
They've
that's
sent
a-
these drones in and actually caused grief and they've been taken down because of it.
Well, yeah.
They've been taken down, but it's a not a serious problem, but it is a problem. And I just wondered if you knew anything about.
I haven't heard about interrupting the middle of a rescue, but I have heard of the fires and all that we had before, and that's when they put the laws in place where now a fireman or a police officer can carry electromagnetic gun
And take it down.
Take it down.
There you
Yes,
go.
they can.
That's a good
yeah,
thing.
and they will.
Well, in LA, they've been having that problem with the guys doing wheelies all the way around the carting off the freeway, and actually hundreds of people go around there, and they're blocking the freeway while they do these wheelies, going around, and they're taking pictures, and it's got to wind up on YouTube, and the cops can't even get to them.
They can't get to
So
them
they
fast
should
enough.
use their own drones to take pictures of those license plates, because and then
Right.
That'd be
they can impound the cars, say, hey,
Yeah.
you're allowed to do this, and I got it on film. Here it is. Right now, they can't do anything. They say they can't get to them. By the time
Right,
they
they
get to
can't-
them,
right.
they've dispersed and gone. So
And
I
they've been,
think,
they've been doing stuff like that since the 50s with the races, the street
Oh, yeah,
racing
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
blocking off the street and doing stuff like that. Yeah, maybe they're starting to do more crazy stuff. Man, I'll tell you what though, blocking the LA freeway is never a good idea. We need the room, man.
that's a no
absolutely,
good
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Well, they're doing it late
No-brainer,
at night,
too.
so they're not blocking as much traffic, but they're still
I don't
doing
think
it.
they realize how dangerous that is because
yeah,
somebody
they knock
coming up
people
at 90
down. Did you
miles an
see 'em?
hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Going around and around like that, and then these guys taking pictures. There's one guy with flipped. They hit him, and he went flying over there.
Oh yeah.
He had to be hurt. But
Well, if you're going to do stupid stuff, then the results are going to,
well,
be
more and
pretty
more,
similar.
you're going to see them used in more security situations.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I think it's a thing of the future. So, and they're thinking about delivering meals and products. I don't know how
Yeah,
that's
good
going
luck.
to work.
I don't know either. It's
No.
not.
The sky's going to be so full.
How
that
about the government using it for weapons or any of that?
Oh,
Is
that's they've been doing for years
For a while.
already, and they are.
Yeah.
There's two sides of that. One of it, you take the pilot out of the aircraft.
Uh-huh.
Well, you're not putting his life at risk, so now you can put him in a box somewhere in the United States, and with satellites, line of sight, they can fly these things all over the world
Oh, yeah,
from
they do.
anywhere
Yeah.
and control them. I guess that's safety-wise, war the way it is the way it is. Using drones for this is more cost-effective. It's a good way to police. With the military, you have the capability to zoom. That's a different story than we were talking about before with civilian drones being able to spy on people, which is impossible.
yeah.
They don't have
And
that.
even with the military, it's impossible to actually be spying on individuals or several individuals with a drone. You still need a ground-based camera. Even the satellites aren't.
Got a break
You know,
for a
sure.
commercial, and we'll be right back.
All right,
Right.
let's do
Our
it.
station break.
Good.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, K292 FQ Riverside, and K293 CF Moreno Valley.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard the phone ring.
No, it hadn't rang.
We
once,
need
huh?
to have somebody call in. Locally, you can call us at 1-909-792-5222.
Or at long distance, it's 1-888-909-1050.
Yeah, that's easy to remember.
Call in, talk to us.
Yeah,
We're
say
ready
hi.
to talk to you.
Raise hell!
Please, that's what the show's all
You know,
about.
well, I know, but tomorrow's Mother's Day.
Yes.
You people with mothers,
Yeah, I wish every mother a
Yeah,
happy
happy
Mother's Day
Mother's Day.
tomorrow.
yeah,
The happiest.
mine passed many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. Not
Yeah,
many,
but
but
just,
she's passed.
Yeah, but I still wish her a happy Mother's Day.
But I have a wife who is definitely the mom of my 3 kids.
There you go.
Has started a.
I have a sister.
Yeah, you got a
She's got
sister.
kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom's gone,
Yeah.
so yeah.
At any rate,
We're getting old, man.
Yeah, that's it. But there's others that are going to
Another one.
celebrate and have a nice Mother's Day celebration again.
Hope it's
Happy
the best this
I
year.
got another. I've got an update on this solar panel mandate.
Okay.
We haven't had the solar bear call in yet. He was going to call and
Yeah,
give
somebody's
us
got
an
to call
update
in.
on solar, I guess.
Yeah.
And he hasn't called us.
I'm gonna. What do you want to
Solar
talk? I'm gonna
Energy
talk about
Solutions.
Hamas. Let me tell them about Hamas. Hamas has destroyed their in the Gaza Strip. They destroyed a relief station set up by Israel to feed these people that are having trouble. And Hamas come in with a big riot and a bunch of garbage and destroyed this whole relief station set up by Israel.
They kill
So-
anybody?
What? Yeah, there's been some deaths and there's been some people injured. It's still. I guess it's still going on. I just got
Well,
the tip of the.
Iran's behind that whole
Of
thing.
course, sure. And it's really heating up out there, and I don't know that Bible scholars aren't wrong in their predictions. They're sure saying is this is where it's going to start.
There it is.
It's
Well, I mean, that's
getting a little hot there.
We'll see what's going to happen.
That's right.
You don't want to mess with Israel.
No, you don't. Nobody does. They
I
better
mean,
not.
they'll.
They were just talking about it. When they took and they sent them 20 rockets into them. I guess it was Iran.
Yeah.
That sent the rockets in there real quickly. Israel come back and stopped them in their tracks. Syria and they'll stop them in the tracks and really destroy them one day if they keep it up. Israel don't mess around. They have one theory. They went through the Holocaust and
They did.
Look at this.
yeah. Okay.
We got
Look at
something
this.
here.
Okay. Let's see it.
I'm looking.
I'm
State.
watching.
This state of California. I want everybody to
Move to Ehrenberg.
repeal the gas tax because we don't need that. We've already got enough signatures, I think, to do that.
My gas is going up in Arizona. We're up to $3.19.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah,
And then we got
We're
this-
up
Out there.
50 cents.
and then Governor Brown finds the excess $9 billion in excess taxes the other day. And
Interesting.
Yeah.
what do we need? I mean,
Yeah, really.
and our roads are still a disaster.
Yeah.
Still a disaster.
Well, you know, he's got to feed and house these illegals, give them medical care, give
What
them
happened-
welfare, give them the stuff they need.
What
Take care of
happens to the
sanctuary.
billions
Yeah.
of dollars we're paying in for road repair and bridge repair?
Well,
It's not being used.
He's feeding the illegals with it. You know that.
Oh, jeez.
You know, he's got to get out of there, and he is, but somebody else is going to come in behind
Well,
him.
he wants to use part of this $9 billion excess taxes to help the homeless.
Of course.
And this is so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
You know, they came up with estimates on how much it would cost to build homeless shelters. They want to spend in L.A. alone, I think, $3 billion or no, $1.6 billion to build homeless housing.
Yeah.
They want to
the
get them out of the
forecast.
riverbeds, right? Is that the idea?
Well, it's
We've talked to him and asked him on this show, come and talk about
Yeah.
your homeless situation.
$1.2 billion, and they said the average cost of these housing,
Okay.
they said right here, a 10,000 unit goal for the bond issue was based on an assumption that the city could spend about $140,000 per unit. Well,
Wonderful.
the Times analyst, this is LA Times, said that 29 projects currently approved for funding found the average cost to be more than $476,000 per unit.
Oh, yeah, that's effective, isn't it?
And 2 projects cost over
We'd have to move
$650,000.
there to improve
So,
it.
I mean, this is ridiculous. You can build
It
it,
is ridiculous.
but they won't stay there.
No, that's the whole problem.
They
you
said
know what
45
homeless is
45% are mentally ill, and they don't want to have any restrictions on where they stay.
that's right. Or
No rules,
anybody,
no regulations.
No rules, no regulations. That's what we found.
They're not going to stay. They won't stay here. They won't stay in your city.
And they're not going to have you tell them how to live, when
And
to
as
live,
long-
and where
Of
to
course
live.
not. Yeah.
And as long as these churches and these people give them food,
Yeah.
they know exactly every day that they can go out there and get something to eat.
It's like the old bum
And
marking the
panhandle.
front of the house, you know, with an axe if they were
Yeah.
if they could get food, you know, when they rode the trains. They used to mark the front of my grandma's house. You had more marks than anybody.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
fed
yeah,
everybody,
Yeah.
you
Sure. These, I mean, they did that in the old days.
yeah,
you
that's
know,
what I'm
and
talking
that-
about. The
that's
old
what-
days,
yeah.
those days that we
But
were
I
around
mean,
a
they're
little
doing the same thing now, but they've got the church groups. They've
Yeah.
got these other, you know, Salvation Army's
Salvation-
always been good
yeah.
for that. And as long as you, they're the enablers today,
bit. Yeah.
and you will not get rid of the homeless.
No, the homeless are going to be here. The Bible tells you real clear. We will always have the homeless with you, and you will.
What are they doing in other countries? If you know what they're doing in other countries, let us know.
Yeah.
You know,
Also, let
Yeah.
us know if there's something
Germany,
effective you know
they're-
about.
We obviously we need some advice. So
Yeah, we do, and we'll pass it along. We'll give
I
it
don't
to-
see that homeless in Russia, do you?
No, in some of the other areas, you know.
Slice of bread, please.
all I can keep thinking about is, Jerry Brown, just write me a check for $475,000. I'll do a
Yeah,
lot
yeah, yeah.
with
Yeah.
that money for society and my family. Then
You can bring all
I
the
can
homeless
build
in
a-
your family, and they can live.
yeah, right. I'll bring it, 'cause
I could
I don't
buy-
have any homeless in my family.
Okay, well, you can.
I
live
could
there.
buy a small motel for that somewhere up in
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, and
14
that's
room.
what we're laughing about. This is ridiculous, people.
that you're trying to help the homeless, and the homeless won't help themselves.
That's right.
And you've got, I mean, I feel sorry for the kids.
I do
In
too.
the situation here, but the parents know what they're doing.
I
and
feel
a lot
sorry
of
for
these
some
people just-
parents, like you said, the ones that are mentally
But
disabled.
some are coming to the state from other states
from
because
other
it's
states
warm.
because it's
Right.
warm
They
and
said,
because
oh,
they,
and they get fed.
Yep.
and because they know Brown is going to give them some money. Or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
that's for sure.
Take care
Or
of them.
sanction them. Yeah, 450.
And their
grand.
medical
So-
care is next to none.
Alms for the poor. Alms, can I have some poor?
What about the
feed?
medical care? They tell the doctors, take these people over them and give them like they have a PPO insurance. Give them
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Do 4 MRIs on if they need it. Whatever they want. Now, how can that be right?
Well, it's amazing we don't get phone calls on this
Yeah.
subject because
Somebody needs to call.
there's people that won't agree with this, that's for sure.
That's right. We're not doing this show for people to agree with us. We're doing it
Yeah,
to get the
exactly.
problems solved.
Right.
We're here for problems to be solved, not created.
How are you going to, I see people out there every day asking for donations, and I get them calling on the phone. When I go to the store, I see Sir, do you have an extra? Do you have any change? It used to be change. Do you have $1
Yeah,
or two?
I have a couple
This
bucks.
one guy says, "Do you have $5?" He said,
Sure. Well, it's like the politicians. They've taken their deal from there. They used to ask for $1 now, 5 or 10 or 20, you know. And
Well, they followed these panhandlers down. There was in L.A. They followed this one panhandler, and he had a little puppy, and says, "Please help me feed my dog." He was on the off ramp. He was making an average of $1,200 a day.
Whoa! I don't make
my
that
daughter's
much.
boyfriend was a
Yeah.
panhandler.
And they followed him, and he got into a brand new car and drove. Oh,
My daughter's boyfriend was a panhandler, and he acted like it was a job. He called it a job, and he'd make a couple $100 a day when he would go do his deal.
thing.
$1,200.
And he was obviously a criminal.
But you know the puppy.
They
Please
still
help
give
me
him
feed
money.
my puppy.
Yeah. Well, that helps.
They
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he had a
they had
dog,
little
too,
bitty
but-
dog that looked so.
You know that works better than if you have your children there. If
Yeah,
you
probably.
You have your dog there.
Yeah, if you have a dog there,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, I'm all for helping people that deserve the help.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's just like you guys are saying. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of homeless people. I hate to say this, but it's from my own experience. Is a lot of these people are just selfish jerks who feel the world owes them something. Like they deserve to be millionaires like everybody else, but they just because they didn't see that guy how hard this person or this whole family worked on their restaurant or whatever it is they owned to help people and make their money and live in this fine castle that they live in. It wasn't given to them one day. It wasn't a handout.
That's
They had to go through college. They had to get a degree. They had to get educated. They had to be good at doing some kind of career and dedicate a lot of time away from their children and their families to make all this happen. And these guys just, want to hand it to them and everything. And it's one thing that if somebody's, down and out and you help them and they move them, they take your help, but they appreciate it.
They move forward.
And they move forward.
Yeah, and there's
And it's not about paying you back. It's about, okay, I did something and it helped you and your life moved. These people, you give them $1 million, this time next year, they're going to be sitting there in their tent in the washway.
yeah. Exactly. And
Or
then-
they're going to be dead from the amount of drugs they're going to buy with that.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
that's the point. A lot of people, I think,
but
miss that.
the thing
they
is, I've
consider it
got-
a job. How can you consider panhandling a job? It's
A
no,
job,
it is.
right?
I
Yeah.
know.
What are you accomplishing?
Yeah. What do you?
But I know teachers out there that say some of their kids, the only meals they get is that free lunch.
Yes.
That they're getting every day and the breakfast. So I mean, that's the only
That's
time
what
they
makes
eat.
you cry.
On the
Yeah.
weekends, they don't get anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is a sad state.
Yeah. That's
And here
really
we've got the governor trying to put this bullet train together and $1 billion lost.
Just
and
feed
they're
these
way,
people.
I mean, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Do something that's practical.
Yeah. Now they got
that's
this
gonna help.
H-1B
They wanna-
program going. This H-1B, which is taking in and putting highly skilled foreign workers, according to the report, putting them to work. It's called Optional Practical Training Program. And it's soared 400% since they cut back other things, I guess. Oh, wow. And, they're analyzing it, and they're saying it really works. UCLA was third, and USC was number one in the program.
How many people do they put to work? I mean, how do they?
Yeah, the numbers, they haven't got the real numbers, but they put a cap on it of 85,000 people.
Of illegals. I mean, well, they're
Yeah, OPT
They're-
recipients, they call them, so they're illegals.
Huh.
And they got a tap for 85,000 of them.
they got work permits because they have a trade, right? Or they
Yeah,
got
in a 12-year period, they had 27,000 students. This ended in 2016, 2 years ago. And then UCLA had 13,000, and they were number 3.
Well, we've got
USC was
graduates that are applying, that are American citizens applying for the same jobs,
Sure.
and they're not going to get
They're
them
not going to get them, yeah.
because they have preferential treatment.
And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how you create a program for people that don't belong here, don't want to go through the normal channel. If
Right.
you're going to come here, come legal, just like all of us have done.
Well, they go back to their country
Or
with,
go back to your
with an
country.
education they got here
That's right. And that's
For
fine
free.
if they do that.
Right.
for free.
Yeah, but that's even better if they do that, though, because that'll improve their work ethics there.
That's true.
They don't. They just stay here and
Yeah.
enjoy us and enjoy our benefits. That's all.
And then
Well-
take them to their country.
Yeah, well, they send them to their country. They don't go back. They stay here.
Oh,
Yeah, and they send their
Yeah,
money
yeah.
to their wives
Yep.
and their children and their,
Oh,
their
yeah,
people
there's a lot
there
of
in
that
that
going on,
country.
yeah. Right.
You know, because it buys a lot of tamales there where it won't here, you know.
Hey,
Tamales or tacos or whatever. it is.
Whatever.
Pizza,
Burros, whatever.
well,
whatever country you're in.
Yeah,
now come on.
whatever country.
It's
What about
I'm
amazing.
not implying anything.
what
here,
about
right?
the wall?
So what
about
do we
the
don't
wall?
get
You know, that's the next thing I like. Yeah, what is going on with the wall?
Yeah, what about the wall?
I do like South Park's take on it, but I have,
Well,
I
we
thought that
got
was
partial
funny.
payment on that thing, so they're
Yeah.
building
Oh,
in
partial
San Diego.
payment. Okay, a
Yeah,
little
they
skimming
cleaned
off
up
the
part
top.
of a
No,
one
but
that
the
was
other
there.
day that said that they got because of the National Guard being on the border, they got 1,600 illegals out of the system. They
Sure.
arrested 1,600,
If
and
they
they
did
got a
what
bunch
they-
of marijuana coming across the border. So it's evidently working. So I mean, the National Guard's on the border. That extra help.
How can it work
Certainly
when
did.
Blythe has legalized marijuana? And I've got 17 ads offering me free marijuana to get
Woohoo!
their crop. 17 ads from Blythe.
Wow, you got more than I did.
Yeah, well, anyway,
We got a commercial coming up.
okay.
We're not gonna take it. Hell, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore.
Dang it! I'm mad as hell.
At what?
These gall darn solar companies keep calling me night and day, night and day.
Have you talked to any of them?
Yeah, I had 4 of them over, and, each one of them give me a different quote. How am I supposed to know which one is the best?
Sounds like you talked to the wrong solar company.
Well, how do I know which is the right solar company?
Well, evidently you haven't talked to Solar Energy Solutions.
Solar Energy? No, I ain't heard of them. How are they any different?
First, they do a complete energy analysis along with you and help you understand leasing versus owning, so you get the best return on your investment.
Oh, yeah? Well, that leasing and owning part was a little confusing. And, I was about ready to get out my shotgun.
Don't worry, these guys are straight shooters and will do you right. Give Solar Energy Solutions a call at 909-570-1197.
Okay, let me see. I got that right. I'm a little slow here. 909-570-1197.
You got that right.
Okay, I'll do her.
The views of the individuals expressed in the following program do not represent Broadcast Management Services, Inc., KCAA, management, or personnel.
Thanks for waiting. Lloyd and Greg are back.
For that.
Ah, yeah, we had to have that disclaimer.
Yeah,
You
we-
guys are.
Bad.
Anyway,
Don't listen to us.
let me remind you of the Solar Energy Solutions. They're the best around, and I tell you, they give you $500 if you install, no money down. So you can have it there, and you can cut your energy costs at least by 50%. Remember to call Solar Energy Solutions. And also, here's an article that came out in the LA Times just the other day that said solar panel mandate approved.
Wow.
So all new houses as of 2020 will be required to have solar panels installed. And according to this, it said these houses are going to cost you a little extra. Well, it said $10,000 an average.
Wow.
I doubt that because it's going to, if
probably
you've got
higher
a big
than that.
house,
Probably
you're going to
50.
pay a lot more than that.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it's going to cost you more money. You might as well do it now on your older house and forget about these new ones. These are, if you got a house in San Diego, for instance, they're running $500,000.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine.
What is the energy run in San
And-
Diego? High?
Oh, yeah.
It is high.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's, and then Orange County, you figure another $500,000 for just a standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Well, it's high out in Blythe and Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg is real high because of the heat in the summer. You have to have
Oh, the
air.
energy costs, but
Yeah,
the
energy.
property values
Yeah, I
are
know.
low.
I'm talking about energy costs.
You can buy an acre of land over there, what, for $75,000,
Yeah.
and with a house on it.
Yeah, with the house on it, sure. But the energy costs are terrific.
Right.
Oh yeah, the same in Blythe. It's
So you
through the
got to
roof.
have a secondary deal, or you're going to have to. In
Yeah,
the
you
next
guys
few
at
years.
Blythe out there, you better
Yeah.
get on Solar Energy Solutions.
That's for sure.
My friend over here, Greg
Yeah.
Simpson, will take care of that.
That's it. Let me know.
If it's-
If you watch my show and you see my ugly mug come into your establishment, say,
Hey, here's
"Solar."
another thing I'm mad as hell about.
What's that?
The police say a gang member killed a cop days after he got out of jail. And now, did state justice reform play a role in this? This is another Governor Brown letting the prisoners out because we don't have enough room for them there.
Oh, yeah.
This is bull. This man was a habitual criminal. And he shot 2 cops, one of them died.
Yeah, well,
And it happens all the time.
yeah.
These criminals are out there. They're robbing. They're
They
stealing.
play
They're
it
raping.
down. We don't read
and
about it.
They say, "Oh, we just don't have enough room in our prisons. We
yeah,
can't
there's
do this."
plenty of room. There's
Oh,
plenty of real
yeah,
estate.
please. We got to let them out.
That's right.
They're good boys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
They aren't good boys, or they wouldn't be there. I guarantee you.
Wow.
Well, many times too, and they say, "Well, oh, they're only convicted of misdemeanors."
Yeah. Well.
Misdemeanors, bull.
Yeah. When
That's
you do
this time around. They
270
go
of
back
them,
far enough, and there's a lot of
Right.
felonies
When
there.
you do 1,000 misdemeanors,
Ah.
that's pretty bad, I think.
I've got friends that are cops, and they just are just pulling out their hair,
Oh yeah.
saying this is ridiculous. He said,
It
"The
is.
guy I arrest today is out tomorrow. And they just don't have enough room." They write him a citation, say, "Hey,
How about our border security seeing the same bunch of people come through?
well, you
time
heard
after
about that
time?
guy in Ventura that killed that guy in the restaurant. He was holding his daughter in his hand,
Yeah.
and the homeless guy came up and slit his throat, killed him.
Yeah, killed him.
And that guy, they had already turned him into the police 2 hours earlier, and they never responded.
Never responded.
And in Ventura, you have to have 22 misdemeanors in order to get arrested.
Oh my goodness!
22, they'll write you up 22 times for misdemeanors
Before they'll do it.
before they'll arrest you. I mean, it's so lax there.
Wow.
What kind of misdemeanor?
Talk about
homicide, stuff like
permissive-
that.
Well, that's a misdemeanor, yeah.
Permissive city councils.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. That I never knew that existed that much. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
You got to be.
That's shocking. It really
that's
is.
Ventura.
Yeah, Ventura
Wow.
County. Yeah,
And they're not alone. There's other communities.
I know
that are
other
doing that,
communities
yeah,
are high, but
that
that
they-
kind of
They just don't want to bother with them. Even here
that's it. They don't want to bother.
in
right?
Redlands,
Yep.
somebody told me they just write a citation and said, "Get on your way,"
Yeah.
or "I don't want to," or just give them a warning.
Yeah.
Didn't even write anything up. Say, "Hey, you shouldn't do this."
Well, I heard the parole was so tough, though, they can just violate them at will, but I guess the prisons are overcrowded or something. That's what
They
they're
need
saying.
to build more prisons.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you do, right? If you need more prisons, you build more. You need more schools, you build more, right?
Jerry Brown, you found $9 billion. Now you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Build another couple of prisons.
Build another prison for these idiots that are stealing our Apple computers from us that
Yeah.
hardworking people
Yeah.
pay for, and scamming us on Twitter and shooting cops.
And the illegal immigrants that need to be there while they're waiting to process back home.
Well, here again, the sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
A lot of them are backing off.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that we're a sanctuary state.
Did you see that
Right,
yesterday?
right,
They had
yeah.
a deal in the newspaper about the sanctuary cities that are backing off. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of Orange County's backing off. A
Yep.
lot of.
I was surprised that
cities-
Redlands didn't back off.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
did.
see
and
their
it
name
it
on there.
surprised me. San Bernardino either.
Yeah, well, San Bernardino is pretty liberal.
Yeah, they are pretty.
Redlands hasn't been known
No,
for that.
I know that, but they didn't. They were
So-
on the list. They were still on the list for sanctuary cities. They were
Yeah, yeah.
red listed.
Well,
There was a lot of them red listed though. Surprising in California.
San Diego backed out, didn't they?
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of it was still on, but most of it backed out. You're right.
Well, I think, once they think about it, they say, "Hey, wait a minute. Why shelter these these criminals?"
Yeah, and you identify
Yeah.
with them. You know, when you put them in there, you identify with
Yeah.
them, whether you want to or not.
They've been there 5, 10 times. They've been deported, and they keep coming back.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
coming back like it's.
It's got to stop, and whatever it takes to stop it. If it takes a huge wall, do a huge wall. What the heck?
We can't make it, appetizing for these people to come back and
that's
say,
right.
"Hey, you cannot have a job here. We're not going to hire you. You can't
That's
make
the
any
key.
money."
That's the key. No work.
And
Yeah.
they
but
come over here, don't hire them.
but then they turn into be criminals, so they'll steal from us.
Well, they are criminals. They come in here.
Well, that's
the word
illegal,
illegal says what? That they're here.
What are you doing in Arizona?
Yeah, illegal stuff. Just
Well, it's open
I'm
carry.
trying to retire, and trying
Yeah,
to.
well, that's open
do
carry.
good stuff, yeah, I
you
am.
got,
I'm
you got
trying
your
to-
guns over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some good
Keep them
things.
at bay, right?
I hired all their crooks to do my work around my house and stuff.
And then
Now
they
I'm
leave
broke.
and they steal
Now
you
I'm
blind.
broke, so I'm asking them for welfare. You know?
Yeah, just get on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's trying to get me.
It's just explain to him, Greg, whoever talks to you on Twitter, that you're broke and you're divorced and you're hungry.
Everyone has a
Well,
little
here's
scam.
here's another thing.
Okay.
Just came out Friday. There's a bill out there that shields immigrant witnesses.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and it says here, Sacramento adopting measures to counter the Trump administration and California Senate on Thursday sent Jerry Brown a bill that would bar the disclosure of immigrants' status of a crime victims and witnesses in open court unless a judge rules the information is relevant to the case. I mean, here again, the measure was opposed by California News Publishers Association, which found that the measure interfered with the public's right to monitor the judicial system, which is true.
Yeah.
If you can't do that and keep it, it's got to be top secret.
That's the
These
re-
guys
that's
are
the problem.
illegals. We can't tell you anything about them.
Oh, no, of course not.
So what are they doing in this? We might as well just cut off California and make it a part of Mexico
Yeah. Right now, you might.
or
as well.
independent state.
Independent state or something.
Yeah.
You know, you get guys like Brad here that are trying to do this drone stuff correctly, licensed, insured, do it proper. He does a decent job. He probably makes good money doing it, and I hope he do. You should.
Yeah.
But other people are unscrupulous, doing unscrupulous.
Well, they
things.
deliver drugs with drones,
Yeah,
and they try to
can
do
all
a
kinds
lot of
things
illegal.
with drones.
That's the thing, too. Somebody, I guess, tried to deliver marijuana with a drone or something. I heard something about that. And,
Oh, yeah,
they're
several
trying-
times.
Because, they're...
One
'cause
of
now
them
it's legal.
crashed because he got too heavy.
Oh, too much weight?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it crashed.
Yeah, so
And
you
the-
can
and
tell
the
that's a
border-
licensed operator right there. You knew to do his weight and balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to work, guys. Amazon's already been trying it for, 3 or 4 years now, and they've got the best engineers on it. And, there's a reason why the trucks that deliver FedEx, UPS, Amazon Prime are the size that they are.
Yeah.
Delivering one package at a time is never going to
Yeah, we
be
got a call.
an efficient,
Way to go, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if you
it's
gotta have
cost-effective.
You got to have an operator, or they claim that they can do it automatically. But I don't think that's true. You've got to do something,
yeah,
But they're going to deliver food that way, though. Did
See,
you
now that's
that new
individual
deal?
delivery, and I can see that working in the delivery sense, but
How
in
the hell you got to deliver
the
a pizza?
logistics sense, right? You still have obstacles, and you got to know where those you got trees, you got wires,
They
you got
still don't have to
rooftops,
tip 'em,
chimney
right?
tops, something, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem practical to do it
No.
in any large scale deal.
Exactly.
But if they were doing heroin or something,
Or marijuana.
Well, no,
or whatever.
they in Mexico they dropped them off.
More
They
lucrative.
dropped cell phones into the prisons with drones,
yeah,
and a few other things, drugs, small packets of drugs.
Yeah.
I was reading all about the drones in Mexico, and it's a big thing over there.
And I'm wondering how they think they're getting away with that. How do you not see and hear? That's what I'm saying about drones are impossible for spying.
Because
you
they're
cannot,
loud.
you can't, I'm going to be spying on you. Just go about your thing.
Yeah, but I
take
paid
your showers.
I paid the guard $100 to look
Yeah.
the other way.
that's
Right.
how they do it. That's how it's done.
Well, then what do you need a drone for? Just walk in and take care of business. What, are you going to use the drone? Now everybody knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the problem. They
If you're
don't want
paying the
everybody
guy
to know.
$100, then
Well, they
you're
had
there.
this. They had this drone. It was last year that they showed this drone from Russia that had a machine gun on it.
Oh
I
yeah.
think, oh my God, it tore up. They had a couple with their children sitting at a picnic
seen
table
that.
with a picnic deal,
I
and they just blew them apart.
Blew it apart.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't see how that would work because I think the ricochet or the counter jolt would push the drone back.
No,
You
it
know,
didn't.
you got to plant a rifle in your,
Sure.
it's got to be planted. That recoil is what they call
Recoil,
it. You know,
No,
you
the
hit that
barrel
trigger,
was
you gotta absorb
only
that.
about this long.
Yeah, it would. It
A
would.
drone's going to pop back, a quarter of a mile of recoil. How you
No,
gonna,
that was only
Unless they
about
could
12 inches
modify
long, the barrel.
Wow.
And it was specially made, but I mean, it just blew it apart.
Wow.
So it did.
That's
so
a
whoever
new one.
invented it, but
Yeah.
that's, and next week, what are we going to have on next week?
I don't know. I don't have a
thought
foggiest
that
idea, but I'll
We're
find
going to have a
something.
doctor on, maybe?
Yeah, doctor. He was supposed to come today, but they were having some type of party going on, and he didn't know if he could get it. It's not until later, but he didn't know if he could get it set up in time.
Well, I want to
But
wish
he will be here next week, I'm sure.
all you mothers out there, happy Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
And Brent,
Definitely.
thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having
And,
me again,
you know, if
guys.
there's
As
any
always,
questions,
it's a
I don't
pleasure to be
remember-
on the
My
show.
pleasure.
I always
and
have a
we'll-
good idea.
Hopefully we get you again soon.
Getting all this, anxiety out. I'm glad we can talk about what we're mad as hell about because I've got a lot of things I can discuss anytime on this program.
Okay.
You're welcome anytime.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it filters through. So lay
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.